You don't have to call, baby, no. It's okay, girl. 'Cause I'ma be alright tonight. What's going on, everybody? This is Will here from Creative Collision. Today I will be bringing you a short video. It's a debate I saw in the Shade Room. The topic's a little, controversial here, I should say, or maybe I should say, we have our perspectives. There's the woman perspective on this, and I think there's the guy perspective on this, and I'm gonna share what my perspective is on this. So, yeah, let's get into this shit. Yes, sir. All right, so this is a debate I saw in the Shade Room, and I thought it was pretty interesting. So there's a few things here that I want to talk about and point out for the people. But first, let me go ahead and read what it is here. My cousin left. I could read. My cousin left her husband, and he keeps accusing her of cheating. But really, she left him because he makes twice what she makes and was still insisting on her paying half the bills. Sis said she would just rather pay all her bills and not be bothered by him. Good for her. Okay. Alright. So, honestly, the first thing I see here is a communication problem. Now, whether you believe or not, the man should be handling all the bills, that's something that has to be communicated. It says that she left her husband and he keeps accusing her of cheating. So that's just clearly saying he doesn't know why she left. He doesn't know what the issue was. And so what that's also telling me is she never brought it to his attention. She never brought this up. She did what a lot of women seem to do, is she expected him to read her mind on what the problem was. And believe me, I understand that there's this traditional ideal of a man being the provider, and so he should be the one taking care of the survival aspect of having that shelter, and that's her husband too at that. That's not even his girl. I was about to say, we don't know what their status of their relationship is, but nah, it says she left her husband, so they was married. All right, there we go. Here we go. All right, but check it out. Look. Although they're a husband and wife, if they got that joint bank account, like it kind of sounds like, because to me, I think, yes, I guess you should have some of your own finances set aside, because honestly, in this today and era, you never know what could happen, as much as like, I guess, down that sounds, we really don't know. But I would think they would have that joint bank account, of unity, because they're married. And so it's really just coming out of their finances, period. This whole thing of it's your responsibility, not my responsibility. I think that really showcases why a lot of these marriages don't survive for the long run, I should say, is because it isn't just that person's responsibility. It is a togetherness type of thing. You two are together. You two need to be a unit. And so it's like, it's our responsibility. It's not just your responsibility. But back to the post. So basically, she says she makes twice of what she makes and still insisting on her paying half the bills. In this case right here, it also sounds like, and maybe, like I said, this is my perspective, and I am a man. So like, maybe I'm not looking at it from the female side as I should be. But like, look, the way I see it is this. It sounds like she's complaining about even how much he makes now, because she's saying he's making twice as much, and I read it with the emphasis, because that's what I felt like it was almost an accusing type of thing, you making twice, like now he's being accused for making the ends meet, for making the money, because if he wasn't making the money, he'd be accused of being broke, lazy, unambitious, no goals, all the other shit. But now that he actually doing something big, it sounds like, or at least like I could just say he's doing enough to show that I can keep us stable in this relationship. Now it's not like he can accuse for that. And that's what I'm just saying. Like that's a good thing he's making twice as much. And you know, uh, I'm just saying it as from what I can gather from this little bit of statement that you know, maybe the dynamic of their relationship was that way at some point, and maybe that switch didn't just happen, you know. And I'm not saying like it didn't happen because like, you know, he don't love her or anything like that, but just sometimes, you know, people like when it came to finances, he probably felt it was working, and so it just, the thought of it just never really clicked to him, you know. Like when you make it there, sometimes it takes something to actually show you too that you made it, you know, to that stable place. Because sometimes you don't even realize it because you're working so hard to just keep trying to overcome the place you wanted to escape. For all we know, like it just probably isn't equating to how it looks and to how she feels about it, especially if she's not expressing it and bringing it forth to his attention. Like I said, he can't read her damn mind. Like, fuck. With me saying that though, I will say this. I think if you're gonna, this is gonna sound, I don't know how it's gonna sound. It's gonna sound what it is. I think, like, look, if you a man, right, that is like your job to be a provider and to, you know, to be the one to take care of her. I mean, she's taking your last name because, like, you know, traditionally it's signifying to her father should he be in her life. You know, if she getting married, if you marry her, then hopefully, you know, he in her life. Because, I mean, if you marry, you know, I ain't even gonna get into that. I was about to say something, I ain't gonna get into that. We gonna stay on topic. Look. So it's like when she takes on upon your last name, it's like you telling the family she's my responsibility. I'm gonna keep her good, you know. So like, in a way, I'd say like you should let her focus more on her duties of you know what she's supposed to do for you and the family, or you know, while you take care of things, you know. If you're looking at the traditional sense, because honestly, I'm basically saying, you know, like she should, you know, be at home making sure in the family and making sure in the house, make sure everything else is good while you handle, you know, getting the bread. But if y'all both can get the money, and both of y'all get the money, that's what I'm saying. You know, that's what I'm trying to say. But look, so it sounds like in this situation though, he is the breadwinner, and he's supposed to be the one that she feels, you know, taking care of her. And at the end of the day, I feel like, and she talking about now, she'd rather just pay all her bills, you know, and not be bothered by him. Like, I don't know, and that's your husband. And like, I mean, this could have been going on for years, weeks, days, whatever, months. You know, whatever the time is, it's like, if that's your husband, that's somebody you said you gonna commit to, and for better or worse. You know, that's what y'all claim, right? For better or for worse. And like, truly, this ain't even really a bad situation, because it's not a discussed situation between these two. If these two talked it out and she brought up the issue to him, and he's still like, fuck all that noise, we keeping it this way, you know, then I can understand. But like, to go through the whole walkthrough of a divorce and all that other stuff over something that you feel he should be doing, but like y'all haven't even discussed that, I don't know. That doesn't make sense to me, and that doesn't sound like a relationship that was meant to survive anyway. But my opinion on it, yeah, I can understand how he should be the provider to her, but also it's like he can't be in the wrong if he doesn't know he's doing wrong by you, you know. And from what it sounds like, you know, she feels like this is the moral he should have, you know, and he does it, but we don't really know his side of the story, and we don't really know his perspective on how he's seeing things, you know. He probably would have changed up if she would have just brought it to his attention, but she didn't. So yeah, and when it just comes to like, should the man be paying the bills? Yeah, man. I mean, I feel like both parties should be making the money, and that, like I said, you know, if y'all really unionized and y'all really feel like y'all forever or whatnot, I say y'all both should be growing y'all money together and putting it towards y'all legacy as you know, as a family together. That's how I really feel about it. But like, if he's gonna be taking on his traditional responsibility of being the provider and keeping the roof and the shelter and all that other stuff, then, you know, she better make sure she's on her P's and Q's and playing her position as well, as the traditional female role of, you know, having a household together, cooking, making sure he's fed, real satisfied, and all that other stuff, you know. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, if you want to put him in this role, you make sure you playing your role too. But to be real with you nowadays, like, man, if y'all both can get to it and still, you know, respect each other and you know, love and just remember to talk it out, you know, communicate, then yeah, that's even better. So yeah, you know what this is, man. This is nothing really but poor communication, and honestly, probably wasn't even a healthy relationship. You know, that's all it takes for her to be gone. So yeah, that's my thoughts on it. Probably a little longer than what what it should have been, but it is what it is. Thank you guys. This is Will here again from Creative Collision, and yeah, stay tuned for more content and videos. And I'm out of here. Peace.